evolution of the racetrack. This circuit resurfaced completely before Formula One arrived here this weekend, and we have seen so many incidents all the way through the free practice process as the track develops. Almost 1.8 seconds of development between FP2 and qualifying alone. Really, all of these spins and incidents culminating in probably the most relevant one, this spin for Dan Ricciardo through the second phase of qualifying. That evolution will continue all the way through the race distance. It's going to make it a massive challenge for engineers and drivers out there today.
Oh man, Brundle, you are stressing me out with all of these variables. What can the driver do behind the steering wheel to deal with everything you've just listed?
Well, now you're stressing me out because the answer to that question is absolutely nothing. The track is what the track is. You can't control the wind. You can't control the evolution of the circuit. You got to roll the dice, work with your engineers, get your crystal ball out and predict the evolution of the track.
Well, Alex, thank you so much for your insight and analysis, as always. Fantastic. And thank you to everybody who's getting in touch on hashtag F1 Live. We will be coming to your questions a little later on in the show. It is a very scary track, isn't it? There's lots to take on board, lots of undulation. It's going to be an exciting race start, as Alex kind of mentioned.
Yeah, sometimes you get forced to a part of the racetrack that you don't want to be on, but then you're committed to that part of the racetrack for a sequence of corners. Look out at the start as well for people taking the immediate option to jump onto the tarmac runoff, because it actually gives you a better run into turn 3. Am I going to say anyone's going to do that deliberately? Not live, not down that camera, but they could be thinking about it at this stage.
Well, of course, one driver who can make a bit of a difference in terms of strategy is Esteban Ocon, starting in 11th. He's got a new hard, a new soft and a new medium to play with, which a lot of the drivers don't have, and we'll talk to Sam Collins a little bit about tyres available to drivers later on in the show. What's Esteban going to go for? Starting on that soft or the medium?
I think he's going to go for the medium, purely because everyone ahead of him is going to be forced, a lot of them are going to be forced into the soft, and he wants to go the different way. Also, the medium is the best tyre this weekend. Also, we think at this stage of proceedings. So he's got a lot of options. It'll be interesting to see which way he goes there.
Well, we'll have to find out. Let's hear now from Esteban Ocon, who was talking to Will Buxton earlier on this weekend.
Looking back, reflecting on the opening races, how do you think the season's going?
Yeah, it has gone so quickly. It's definitely been a crazy season on that side. We've been racing for not very long in terms of time, but the amount of races we've done is pretty insane. So I think it has gone good and bad, I would say, in some ways. It was tough in some moments, but we definitely improved so much during the season. And that's a very positive thing. I think we've understood plenty. We've came up with a car that we thought was not performing too well on medium speed corners, to a car where it's performing everywhere in most places. So that's a very good thing, and I think the last part of the season is going to be very interesting with that third in the constructor fight. And yeah, we're going to try and aim for that.
How difficult has this year been for you personally, having taken a year out last year, coming back, the build-up, the expectation, the excitement, arriving in Australia, and then nothing for another few months and having to wait to finally get back in that car?
Yeah, it hasn't been easy because obviously doing so many races in a short period of time, you can't really analyze, what you can improve, where you can get better. You need to go straight into the race again. And even though we did so many races, it's just difficult, to get better in that sort of way. So yeah, it took a bit more time, I would say, than I thought, just to get settled into the team, to get back, to understand how everyone works, and to try and understand each other all very well. But I think since a couple of races has been pretty good, has been settled well, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next ones.
Daniel, as a teammate, has he been good with you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a great guy to work with. If you don't get well with Daniel, I think you can't get well with anyone. So no, it's been very easy on that side. We're having great conversation inside the team. It's a great atmosphere. Everyone's happy with that.